everyone, Tim, Adam, and Sam here, and welcome to Flipper Flicks. Today's episode is brought to you by DB.
DB is a Scandinavian brand that makes backpacks and bags to help people on the move stay ready for anything.
From the streets to the peaks, DB's gear is travel tested by some of the world's best athletes, adventurers, and creators.
Over the past decade, DB has designed and developed the best bags in the market.
With DB's patented hookup system, you are able to attach smaller products to your backpack, roller, or tote.
One thing's for sure, you have to have the right luggage for the job. It's no fun towing your belongings down a cobblestone street.
Yeah, we don't want you breaking your wheels out there. So we're teaming up with DB to exclusively offer our listeners 10% off your next purchase by using the code POD10. Or you can simply go to the link in our show notes.
DB, it's time to move on. Time to get going. We hope you enjoy this episode.
Cue the singing giraffes!
Walk, Forrest, walk! Right into the Flipper Flicks review that we've got for you.
Oh,
Beautiful.
Shit.
I'm Tim.
I get it. Oh, he said his name. He did it. He did it.
And
he did
that's
it.
what we do. We review movies in a
we
way that, yep.
In a way that, yeah.
Nailed it.
Someone else go.
I'll go. And like Tim said, yes, we're Flipper Flicks, and I'm Adam. We are on the social medias, kind of. Sam is, most days. You probably saw our crazy logo the other day, like 3 weeks ago. And you were probably like, who did that? Who are these goofy guys and gal? I remembered.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But yeah, we're like a book club for movies. We haven't said that in a while.
Yeah.
Or since season 1. Ho, ho, ho. Sam, should I do an accent?
No.
Okay. Yeah, so we're on Instagram and Twitter at FlipperFlix. We have a website. It is short and sweet now. It's www.flipperflix.com. Yeah, you don't need that /home. You don't need that Wix site. We have a domain.
Yeah, we do.
We're domained.
Ha!
Is that a verb?
I don't know.
Now it is. But yeah, we release episodes on Thursdays around 1 p.m. It's not around. It's at 1 p.m. I schedule them ahead of time so that Anchor pushes it. Oh, you can catch us on Anchor or Spotify or Apple or Amazon or ... etc. But yeah, 1 p.m. on Thursdays. It's pretty chill. If you want to rate us, that'd also be cool. I like ratings. Sam likes ratings. Tim?
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Do you like it when people rate you?
Rate me! Rate me!
I baited him on that one.
Yeah, you did.
Am I missing anything? I got who we are. I got what we do.
I don't
Instagram.
think you said anything yet.
Oh, shit. Hey, so we're Flipper Flicks, and I'm Adam.
Oh, no!
And Sam's going to tell you what movie we watched and why.
Yes. So, we rolled Daily Trend last week.
Yes, we did.
And the trends were...
Ohio State football. Notre Dame football. Texas A&M football. Tennessee football. And Paris Saint-Germain.
And just in case you didn't listen to last week's episode, I bitched real hard about those because it was the second week of college football.
Right.
And there was no need to be that hot on football that day. But, it is what it is.
Yeah, but Tosu lost.
Anywho, so I was like, I'm not doing a fucking football movie. You guys can't make me, even though you're trying, internets.
Hey, we were Tim and I were okay with whatever you picked.
I know, I was saying the internets was trying to make me do it, but I wouldn't do it. So I was like, who went to these schools? And I was like, doopy-doopy-doo on Wikipedia. And you know who went to Notre Dame? Nicholas Sparks. And you know who has a lot of movies? Nicholas Sparks. And you know who hates romances? Tim. So I was like, this is perfect. I'm here for it. So I chose the lucky one.
Weren't we the lucky ones, though?
Yeah,
Whoa.
exactly.
Came up with that on the spot.
It is on HBO Max right now.
It's in the Max.
And this is the one with Zac Efron, in case that helps you identify any of the Nicholas Sparks movies. The synopsis is, a Marine travels to Louisiana after serving 3 tours in Iraq and searches for the unknown woman he believes was his good luck charm during the war.
Are you finished?
That's it.
That's
You
it.
didn't say he walked a lot?
Tim already kind of spoiled that.
I know, but... Oh, yeah, spoilers.
Yes.
We will say them.
Mm-hmm.
Or just watch the fucking trailer.
Yeah.
I did not do most of it. I did not do that.
It was we saw it. We watched this a couple days ago, so we were like, all right, let's get ourselves in the mindset again. So I turned on the trailer this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
But the first thing I want to say is...
Wait, you gotta go into your expectations.
That I expected a romance.
Yeah?
And Zac Efron... Well, okay, so current Zac Efron, like, this day Zac Efron is funny. Mm-hmm. So I was hoping for that Zac Efron.
No, this movie's too old for that.
I didn't realize
he hit his comedy streak.
I didn't realize this was 2012.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I expected a lovey-dovey Nicholas Sparks movie with a military veteran involved in some form of romance with a girl that doesn't really like him at first, but then slowly warms up to him, and then there's going to be some drama, but everything lives happily ever after.
You forgot that they have to live in the Carolinas to be part of Nicholas Sparks' situation.
Oh, that was part of my expectations.
Yeah.
What about you, Tim?
Well, I knew what was happening.
Had you heard of this movie before?
No, I had not. And I just clicked play. I didn't even read the synopsis. I didn't watch the trailer. I felt I knew exactly what I was getting into. Probably going to be some kind of romance. And, yeah, as she said, they're not my favorite. I can sit through some, but I usually moan and groan at a lot of scenes. Which
it's like me with reality TV.
Yeah, she even during this one, jumping ahead a little bit, she was like, I can't watch movies with you. So,
that's amazing. I'm excited for that.
That's about the sum of my excitement for this movie.
Nice.
And then you, short one.
Me?
Yeah, what'd you expect?
Well, I expected it to be a lovey-dovey film. I picked it because I went back through our backlog and I was like, even though I know that Tim hates romances, I don't really force him into it very much. So I was like, I felt like we were due for one. So I felt like it was fair at this point. And I don't know. I mean, I basically expected two people to fall in love in the Carolinas because that's like all that ever happens in Nicholas Sparks things.
I know.
But I assumed I would probably like it because I like lovey-dovey films.
That's true. You do.
Mm-hmm.
And then you cry in them.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm an emotional movie watcher, yes.
Yeah, you are. It's pretty great.
Somebody sneezes and I start tearing up. It's real bad.
Yeah, some days it is. I'm thinking of a couple of other movies that she lets loose in. But I won't mention them right now.
Thanks.
Fair.
So I really want to start with, I was sitting there watching it, and I think I commentated this to Sam.
You did.
But like, I was thinking to myself, Tim's not going to read the synopsis, I bet. He's just going to dive in. He's not going to obviously watch the trailer. He's not going to know that it's a Nicholas Sparks book, movie book thing. Because we didn't explicitly tell you that, right? I just said you're going to cry.
Yeah, that's all you said.
So then the movie starts in a fucking war. And I'm like, well, for all Tim knows, Sam just picked an action flick.
Yeah, no.
No?
No.
The beginning of the movie was not your favorite part of the movie?
I mean, you still... Yeah. You could tell from how it was starting out where it was going. I don't know. It just had that feel.
I know what you mean. I just thought it was funny. I was like, Nicholas Sparks has a tendency of going into, like, having his people go into wars.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just a thing. Although, I really am only dating 2 movies in my head.
Yeah, I don't know.
That would be Dear John and The Notebook. Although The Notebook is... You don't really see the war stuff.
There's some light warfare in there.
Yeah, just light warfare.
Yeah.
Not modern warfare.
Correct. So he finds a picture.
A laminated photo.
A laminated photo that says, like,
Love
stay
you,
safe
XO.
or something. Who knows what. Keep yourself safe. Something like that. And then he starts showing it around at this concert where it's like dark and people are like screamo banding. And I'm like, yeah, this is a really great place to be asking people if they've seen this picture before.
Hey, have you seen this girl?
That was, super weird.
Like, I don't know. It just felt really weird. And then it was also kind of just weird that you wouldn't ask that like during the day when you could have a normal conversation with somebody at some point. I don't know.
It just seemed like he was impatient and he just wanted to know now.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like they're doing like actually military stuff during the day, so
That's true.
yeah, who knows if he has like downtime during the day.
All right.
But still, a concert where
I
people
know.
are screaming.
I know. I'm not trying to like poke holes in your beef.
Yeah.
But you have aerated beef right now, so
Don't aerate my beef. Don't do it.
But yeah, once he gets out of the war, because nobody knows who this chick is.
Yeah.
Girl, whatever. He goes home to his sister.
Yeah,
he does. Yeah.
And I got immediately confused because those were mountains and not the coast.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I was like, wait, hold up.
But yeah, did you think they were like gonna be on the coast just from the opening like scene? You have like the swamp and the boat and shit.
Yeah.
Anywho, so he ends up with his sister.
Yeah, and some dick little kids. I don't know.
They were just kids.
I know. That's general feelings towards children sometimes.
I definitely got, like, so at this part I wasn't sure where the movie was going to go. Because I was, like, pretty confident that it was a romance. And then I didn't think it was a comedy. So it was definitely not a rom-com. But then he has, like, pretty severe PTSD.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. So this is going to be, like, that type of movie. And I was like, all right. I can buckle in for this. And then he leaves. And I will say, I'm not the biggest fan of Zac Efron, but I don't dislike him. I usually like him and stuff. He doesn't bother. Like, he's good. He doesn't bother me.
He's like Jennifer Connelly, right? Like,
sure.
She's all right. Like, I don't seek her movies out.
Right.
She's always my go-to person now.
Yeah. But you usually, they are good what they're in. It's felt weird to me. His whole stoicism and, like, I don't know, he just doesn't come off
as the brooding
military type. Yeah, like military-esque. Like, it's just weird. I don't know. Maybe I don't even like consider him typecast, but like for some reason this role just seemed weird to me. Like just from the get-go with him, it almost like he was like uncomfortable doing it. But
I mean, yeah, I would kind of agree with that because I felt like the whole movie was literally just Zac Efron walking away. Like, profile of Zac Efron.
Yeah.
Zac Efron's back with his dog.
Zac Efron
walking down the street. Zac Efron walking through the woods. Like, there was so much just, like, him, like... Was that supposed to be brooding? I don't know.
I'm not sure. The role was written for Ryan Gosling. So, yeah, like, when it says the role was written for him, though, but I was confused if they meant, like, Nicholas Sparks went out of his way to write an entire novel for
Zac Efron?
for Ryan Gosling.
Oh.
Because he had success with The Notebook.
Yeah.
Oh.
And, honestly, he would have fit a lot better.
Yeah, because he can do, like...
He can brood.
Yeah, he's that type. Well, there you go. There's his typecast. But and I actually do like Ryan Gosling a lot. Yeah, he definitely would have fit better in my opinion. And again, not that Zach was bad or anything. It just felt weird, just strange.
Like Mark Wahlberg as a science teacher.
But worse than that. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I don't know. I know what you mean. I do know what you mean.
I also wonder, like, so Zac Efron had his, like, Disney stage, right? And then he had, like, his ROM stage. And then he went to COM. And, like, I feel like he's like a fine wine. He's gotten better with age at acting, whereas he started kind of just, like, pandering on Disney and, like, he wasn't necessarily good. So I wonder if we, like, also kind of caught him when he's not necessarily as great at acting. I'm not saying he's, like, amazing, right? Like, I think we've established that, but, like...
He was still growing.
I think he's certainly gotten better, like, as he's aged versus, like... And maybe we hit him in that spot where he's just, like, meh.
Right.
Yeah, like he wasn't like pandering to the little girls on Disney. Yeah, so like I mean, I think that like you said, he's trying to get out of that, and but he goes to romance because it's like a nice like crutch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because he can fit into that role.
Yeah, and I think we've discussed this before in season 1 about how like romances can also be dramas, and so like I don't know, maybe you like think you can be a little bit more serial, but then you can't really pull it off. Or it could have also been like the director.
Yeah.
Like
this one came off as like a soap opera to me.
Yeah.
Kind of. Especially with like the ex-boyfriend, fiance, husband dude.
Oh my god.
Keith?
He was the worst.
I hate
was
how
so
he
bad.
was like a certain stereotype.
Exactly.
Seriously.
Like I hated how he just fit like certain people's stereotype of cops. I don't know. It just was like very just forced charactery.
Yeah.
Like you needed an enemy, so you made one. Like I don't know. He just seemed weird to me.
What did you think of Beth?
She was right to be how she was when he first showed up, in my opinion. And like, she definitely like he fit the bill for a stalker.
Yeah.
So
he did.
She had the right to be very off-putting with him in the beginning, for sure.
I thought you meant when they first met, when she found out he was a Marine, and she's like, "Go away." I was like, "The fuck."
I mean,
well, he just walked the whole country.
Yeah, I know,
like
that was
that's
fucking
weird.
Yeah, I think she like at that point you don't know about her brother, right?
Yeah.
So
I assumed it was her ex-husband or something, her late husband.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. That seemed a little strange at first, but I knew there was more context to that, and she probably just wanted to avoid like if we jump ahead with like hindsight. A, her brother, bringing up those kind of memories. B, she's also struggling herself with her own emotions and everything, and trying to deal with somebody else that potentially, he obviously has PTSD, but she doesn't like really. I think she has an idea that he has something like that going on, and she doesn't want to deal with it, in my opinion. That's like the feeling I got with that scene. I don't think it had to do with him like being the Marines, but how it was set up. You're definitely like, oh, okay, so you're just kind of like. Fuck you, because you're,
It did feel like at first, like, I mean, just out of context, it seems like she's just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Like, you were in the, like, go away. But obviously, it's the very beginning of a story.
Right. The dude literally walked, Colorado to
22.
Louisiana, and you're just like, all right, yeah, that's a little strange.
They said it would take 22 days to do that.
Oh, okay.
Which is funny. Sam and I, when we were at the Beaufort International Film Fest, we watched The Bastard's Road, where a Marine did walk from, what, did he start in Beaufort?
I have no idea.
He started on the East Coast and walked all the way to California.
Damn.
And like stopping at some of his other Marine brothers' houses along the way. And then all I could think of when she was explaining what happened to her brother, I was like, this is what Ed Harris was fighting for in The Rock.
Yeah.
No? Nobody else thinks that, Sam?
I purged that movie from my memory.
He was fighting so that, like, Marine, because he was a Marine general or something, or whatever hierarchy he was.
Yeah.
To get, like, money, reparations.
Oh, yes.
And whatnot. And
his was more about there was people that weren't being recognized for their merits, basically, and just being left to deal with their own issues without support. So I don't think that represents this movie necessarily, but
no. I was just saying in that one discussion where they wouldn't tell her what happened to her brother.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Because he was talking about how soldiers would get left behind and just like just died out there and just nobody cares.
Yeah.
But, that's just how it is. Go ahead, Sam.
I was going to say, I did like her interview question of, are you a crazy person? Like, I feel like that's a solid interview question that I need to start working in.
Right.
For my new hires. Like, are you a crazy person?
Some days. Depends on which version of me you get. What?
That in and of itself. So, yes.
Also, I just want to say that I think mine and Sam, like, I don't know if you were. It sounds like you were doing this to Rihanna as well. But the play-by-play script that discussion that we were having for them,
yes,
was way better than what I saw on screen.
Way better than the dialogue. You mean like when her husband grabs her by the arm and he's like, "You should do what she says."
You should do what she says. Let go of her arm.
Yeah, like what the fuck? And he's just like in the corner,
Right,
like
just
off
looming.
screen. It's
Yeah.
so weird. So bad.
Yeah, it was all very just forced, it felt like.
I would like to know how many words Logan says in the entire film.
Not many.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Like, Zac Efron got a lot of money for just walking around.
Yeah. Well, that, again, now that you say Ryan Gosling, that reminds me of,
Is it Drive?
yeah. I love
know
that
how I knew
movie.
that.
Yeah. And he hardly talks in that movie.
Yeah.
Like, that's his character just doesn't talk. I love that
You
movie.
know what? I kind of figured you were going to go to that one because
Yeah.
that's just kind of your go-to Ryan Gosling film.
It really is. I need that jacket. I still don't have it.
But I think you could have came up with some better dialogue for him, like to fill out his lines. Because, you know, he'd walk in the house and he'd be like, "I just came to check on you," and Adam be like, "With my dick."
Yeah.
I did say it. I did say I said the word dick a lot in this movie. Because it's supposed to be a romance, and I'm like, I'm gonna make this a porno.
Also, I feel like, I don't know, there was a lot of, like I said, dead time of him just walking around.
I know,
right.
It took a while for them to finally fall in love.
We were like just trying to fill in the space. I don't know, but like Logan's character is absolutely ridiculous. What type of person he's a retired Marine. Mm-hmm. He's a pianist. He's a mechanic.
Yeah,
He's a philosopher.
Exactly. Like, it's just like, what I
You
said
wrote
that
too
to
many
her. I said,
jobs.
why did he, like, he was probably, he's 25. He said he went to school for a year. So
Yeah.
he spent, 5 to 6 years, and he did 3 tours. So when did he have time to do any of this? Like,
We learned
learn any
piano
of
as a
this?
kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, mechanic. I don't know.
That you would learn in the military.
Okay, it rounds about, but still, like
It was just too much.
it was a
Right.
lot for a 100-minute film.
Yeah.
And it was a lot for someone that young to have
Right.
done all that.
Right.
Well,
And then he's quoting Dr. Seuss, which was funny.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he trained his dog before he went off. I'm assuming.
Yeah,
and
I guess.
just-
That was confusing
yeah.
to me, like, because like I mean, German Shepherds are very good at learning.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're not asshole. Well, I mean, they can be asshole dogs.
Yeah.
Any dog can be an asshole.
Yeah.
But he it remembered all of that. Like, was the sister giving it instructions for those years he was gone?
Right.
Did he
You'd have
train
to,
it when
you'd
he
have
was
to keep up.
19?
You'd have to keep up with it.
Like, I mean, our cat knows her shit, but we train her every day. She knows when I snap to come to me.
Yeah.
But I will say that, like, Zeus looked pretty epic in his walks through the woods.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. This was a dog walking
Yeah.
movie. More than it was a romance.
Mm-hmm.
But, whew, it was crazy.
It was
You
also
know?
really awkward that he lets it go on for so long and not tell her that, like, he has the picture. Because, like, you know it's not going to go well. Because it's been, like, a long-ass time.
I would have gotten rid of it at that point.
Yeah, like, just be like, fuck it. I'm not going to ever, like, tell her, you know?
Yeah.
It's just the movie aspect of it. It's just another forced issue and the drama aspect of it.
Well, I was like, I understand why he had troubles telling her because of the PTSD.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, he's found it, like, in the rubble after a firefight where her brother did die in.
Mm-hmm.
He just didn't know it was her brother. And then, like, after that, they got bombed. And the only reason he survived was because he fucking wandered out there to pick up the picture.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I'm sure he's a bit shell-shook as a character.
Yeah.
Like, that's the reasoning why. I understand that. But like I said, I would have fucking gotten rid of it.
Or at least, like, find a better hiding spot in your shack of a house that you bought.
That house, though.
It's great.
Oh, my God. I was like, we were joking about how they got to go back to his fucking shanty home because the little brother, the boy was there. Boy. Sorry.
The son was there?
Yeah, the son was there, so like they couldn't just do it.
Well, and I definitely thought he was going to know how to fix up a whole house like Ryan Gosling does in The Notebook.
Yeah, I was ready for a montage of him just completely just fixing up the house.
Now I want that movie.
Right. Add it to his list of things. Fixes the boat, then fixes the house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fixes the boat, never tells her. She might want to know that. Like, she's not going to know to just randomly try it.
But she did know to
she
randomly
did,
try it.
Well,
she's got that Spidey sense, that rom-com Spidey sense.
There's no
Yeah,
calm.
I don't think there's very much calm in this.
No.
The only comedy that existed was when Logan talked to Ben.
Where I was going to say the old lady was pretty funny, like the grandma.
Ellie was great.
Yeah.
I did enjoy Ellie's character.
She was fun.
Beth was okay.
Yeah.
Keith was awful.
Yep.
Ugh, the worst.
Ben was alright. I didn't dislike him.
He was fine.
Yeah.
As far as child actors go,
as far as child actor goes, he's pretty good.
He was pretty good.
Yeah.
Jinx.
Now Tim can't talk for the rest of the episode. You've ruined it.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. Tim, throw her a Coke. Oh, no, he's going silent. Anyways. I want to just say that I swear half of the Nicholas Sparks films are just military recruitment films. Because every character's from the military.
Yeah.
Every dude was in the military. Although I haven't seen Knights of Rodanthe. Sam?
I have seen it.
What was your favorite movie for a hot second?
Yeah, because it follows the formula, but different. I don't think he's from the military. And while they're on the coast, they're kind of like an older couple that find each other. Like, it's like a vacation home type situation, which is better than the typical young buck straight out of the military with his laundry list of things that he knows how to do miraculously.
With his tragic backstory.
Yeah, the Notebook is different too.
Yeah, they meet first and then he goes into the military.
Yes.
True.
Oh. But eventually, the reason why we didn't like Keith was, like Tim said, he's just a super character-y character. But he's kind of an asshole about his kid. Every 5 minutes, he's like, well, I'm going to take him away from you.
Yeah.
That's just a tool he was using to control her, and then it's just part of his whole thing. And I was even saying it to Rihanna, during this, I'm like, he's just using the kid as a vice. He doesn't actually want the kid full time. Hey, look, I was right, because that's what happens later on.
Literally said.
Yeah.
Well, he also really wanted that plate. He was just smelling it for 5 minutes.
Yeah, that was weird.
just holds up a plate. Oh,
I really like this plate.
That's a nice plate.
Round?
Well, and then his dad is kind of weird. He's running for re-election or whatever. And so it's basically oh, hey, I know you're a loose cannon and you almost shoot people, but don't worry. Daddy Big Bucks will sweep it under the rug. It'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, though, he didn't seem like he was a big fan. He kind of just kept pushing his son aside. They had a garden party. I'm gonna call it a garden party. And he was just why'd you wear that jacket with those pants or something? Yeah. And I was like, damn.
Yeah, but I took that more as an image thing for his dad. Not so much that he doesn't like him, more so that you're making me look bad.
Yeah, that's how it was implied for sure to me too, because it didn't come off that he rejected his kid or anything. It was just it's not just a garden party. I'm trying to get reelected here, so don't look like an idiot.
Get your shit together.
Yeah, I did like that they showed the dad, Keith's dad, talk to Ben and be you did great. When he went and actually played the violin in front of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah. Well, but it was also okay. I gotta go back to the garden party because Ben is clearly kind of old, right? He can play violin. I I don't know. It's not like he's a preschooler. And then, like, he was reciting the dude's, like, election campaign, like, commercial or whatever. And they're like, oh, good job. And I'm like, wait, kid's not, like, 5 years old. Like,
right,
he's
like...
older than that. This is very confusing. So I don't know.
I
They
think
do things different. No, I'm just kidding.
he's the kid of Zac Efron because he's so skilled in such a short amount of time.
Oh, are we talking time travel here?
I think we're talking time travel.
Oh, shit.
Or
No wonder
time
he's the lucky
pause.
one. Or time forward.
Whoa.
I think we cracked the code.
Yep.
And then they went and tried to do Bridge to Terabithia.
Yeah. And that was fun because, like, it looks like Beth's about to, like, climb in the water. And I'm like, not everybody needs to climb in the water.
Yeah.
Like, we need people on land, too, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, she just sat there and screamed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Logan arrives. It's, like, pouring down rain.
Yeah.
And he's like, what's wrong? As, like, she's running. And he turns to Ellie and it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Follow her.
Well, I will say
Follow
at this
her.
point, they've done the dirty quite a few times. And
Yes.
those are scenes I cannot handle. I don't know why, but I groan and I look away almost like as like an impulse reaction. Like I don't have control over it because I can't do it. I'm just like, that's literally what I do. And that's what she said to me. I can't watch movies with you because I was like, oh look, sex scene, and then I was like, oh look, it's still going. And I just moan and groan through those because I'm just like, I know it's part of the story, it's whatever, and it fits in. I get it. I don't know why I hate it. I don't know. Like, it doesn't
Tim's
make
over
sense.
here
I'm just like, whatever.
Throwing shade at the room.
Yeah, I can't believe you would throw shade at the room sex scenes. Those are, like, quality.
yeah.
Have
Well,
you seen Tommy
It's
Wiseau's ass?
It's a little different, but...
Is it?
Is
Because
it,
those are the worst. But you're expecting it, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you're expecting it in ROMs,
Yeah,
too,
you
but,
expect
like...
it, but it's always like that super, like... I mean, I can even give, like, Top Gun, like... You know, the iconic, like... That one is better fit, like, I don't... That one doesn't bother me as much, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm just trying to watch the movie. I don't, like... Can you...
I understand.
There are some movies that are very good at implying that that's what happens, right? Like, they don't even, like, go into the whole, like, oh, look, they're humping. It's just, like, they, like, just try to get into it, and then it's, like, it moves on, right? Like, there's some that are very good at that, and I feel like that's... I don't know. I feel like it's cheap to have, like, a drawn-out sex scene, but...
Well, that's the twist, Tim. We're going to show full penetration.
Full penetration.
You knew it was coming, Sam. That's what she said.
Oh, my gosh.
Penetration,
Sam's dying
crime,
right now.
penetration, crime. This goes on for 150 minutes or so until it just kind of ends.
Oh,
That's
so-
a sum up of ROMs these days.
I want to make Tim watch 50 Shades of Grey now.
Oh,
no.
God.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Never
No,
watched it.
so what was it that... the director. He went and made sure no nipples, dicks, or asses showed, so this movie could have a PG-13 rating.
Look at him. Yeah, but they did, like, 2 or 3, like, long, drawn-out
Right.
scenes.
Yeah.
Like Tim was saying, like,
the wrestling
if
again.
you're gonna... Yeah! If you're gonna do it, can we just have one? So that we can know we can use the bathroom at this time.
Well, no, I mean, that's what there's a whole website that's dedicated to telling you when you can use the restroom.
That's funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
That's
forget what
nice.
it's called. I actually think there was, like, an actor like a decently big actor that made it.
Nice.
I know. So jot that down. Find
Yeah.
out that website. Let us know.
Yeah,
'Cause I forget.
that would have been super helpful when we were going to the theater all the time, because I'm that psychopath that sits through the whole thing.
Right.
And then I complain that I sat through this boring part when I could have went pee then.
Yeah, but, like, the issue with that is that you have to basically, like, kind of read ahead
I know.
on the film
Yeah.
that I
Wah,
don't want to do.
wah, wah. No spoilers.
I'd say, like, just timestamps would be enough.
Yeah.
About 40 minutes in. When
Bring
the
a
dicks
watch
come
with
out,
ya.
just go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
That's implying it's multiple dicks.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
Man, we really earned that explicit rating this
I
time.
Have we even said fuck yet?
Well,
Outside
now
that
we
part.
have.
I have no more notes. This was a very difficult movie for me to write notes. I actually have one quote. I lied.
What is it?
You're the one with secrets?
What?
I think Ellie said it.
She says it,
Or
yeah.
Beth said it. I think Beth and
No,
Ellie were
Ben
talking.
says it.
Oh, he does. You're the one with secrets.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's so
I
just
don't
like
remember
random
that.
that he says it. I don't know. It's weird.
I don't know why I wrote it down. That wasn't like anything like
It must have like.
inspirational.
Well, he must have been the
Been
best
weird.
character in the movie because I have a quote of his as well.
Nice.
And she's like getting him dressed. She's like, "You're only 8 once." He said, "You only turn every age once."
Fucking dumbass
That was
mom.
like that's
Schooled
great.
her.
That's great. Oh, shit.
I forgot to mention that this house that they're in,
Mhm.
it was the same house they used for the set of The Best of Me, another Nicholas Sparks film.
Nice.
So I think that might be the Wrecking Ball. Fuck, I just forgot. Miley Cyrus? No.
No, that's the last song, which I almost picked, but
Oh yeah, you were choosing between Hannah Montana.
or Zac Efron, the two Disney princesses.
Logical.
Another one I have is from the beginning where I knew that he didn't really fit the role. Is because he was shooting his rifle
Yeah.
and his face gave you the impression that he was looking down the sights of the rifle, the ACOG scope, and his face was not in line with
Oh, I saw
the
that
actual
too.
rifle, and it was driving me nuts. I was like,
Oh, no!
when you're like holding the rifle out to your side and shooting and acting like you're like aiming, but you can't possibly be aiming right now. So that kind of
did see
threw
that
me
as
off
well.
for the entire movie.
Oh no.
So that action scene at the beginning did not sell him, Sam.
Yeah, not at all.
Do you have any notes?
No.
You went through all yours already?
Yes.
How are you, Tim?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes, I have notes, or yes, I'm out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll get to the cast. Zac Efron, before he was anybody in Disney, he was on the MTV show, music television, Room Raiders.
Oh yes, you've told me this, and I still haven't watched it.
Tim, did you ever see that show?
No.
Yeah, he was still himself because like he wasn't like on TV yet, like actually like as an actor. But basically, the premise of the show was if a dude would go into 3 girls' bedroom and dig through their shit and be like, "Ooh, I would date this person," and then they would go and dig through his room together.
Together with the dude?
No, but the three girls would go through his room together.
Okay.
And like 95% of the time, there's a dildo. They're also given black lights, so every time a dude's room got searched, there was specimens. Yeah, lots of porn was found. It's garbage TV. I was a child. My sister would turn it on. I never saw the Zac Efron episode though, but he goes on to be the great High School Musical character that I don't know his name.
Troy
McClure.
Bolton, I think.
No, Troy McClure.
Okay, Troy McClure.
I'm
from The
Troy
Simpsons.
McClure. Troy McClure was a character in The Simpsons. But he eventually goes on to be the greatest showman. Well, I don't know if he's the greatest because Hugh Manjack is, right?
Yeah.
But he also plays Chris R. in The Disaster Artist, which is the rendition, Tim, of The Room. Have you seen that one?
No.
Oh, I think you would like it.
You gotta watch it.
It's like basically it's like a movie about the making of The Room. It's just ridiculous. And Zac Efron plays Chris R. There's only one Chris in the movie The Room. It's funny. Anyways, Beth, Sam's been dying to figure out that she's played by Taylor Schilling. And she's in Argo, Atlas Shrugged, Orange is the New Black.
I saw her face and I'm like, who is she? And I couldn't picture it.
You watched that show, I think. I don't know, Tim. Did you?
Yeah, we had drunken conversations about it.
I thought you did.
Yeah.
But I feel like you both stopped before it ended.
I know I did. I don't know about you, Tim.
I don't remember.
It's been a
So,
while.
yeah, most likely. Ellie is played by Blythe Danner. She's in Meet the Parents, Paul, and American Gods. She plays Demeter.
Ooh.
Ben is played by Riley Thomas Stewart. He plays Captain Jake in Captain Jake and the Neverland Pirates.
Damn.
It's kind of a big role.
Another Disney star.
Yeah. And then he's in The Beaver.
The Beaver.
I think it has Mel Gibson. Keith is played by J.R. Ferguson. He's in Surface, Evening Shade, and Mad Men. I think the first two seem like actual soap operas, especially the middle one, Evening Shade. The director is Scott Hicks. He did Shine, Sebastian and the Sparrow, and Snow Falling on Cedars, which was really weird that he did that movie in respect to the fact that we just watched Horrible Bosses completely randomly. Mm-hmm. And Motherfucker Jones's character got put to jail because he was recording the movie Snow Falling on Cedars. Like, there's a whole bit about it. And I'm just like, the fuck is my life? Our life.
It's all coming full circle, man.
It's all full circle. So, yeah, that's all the actors.
Noise.
The critics gave it a 20%.
Oh.
The audience gave it a 67%. IMDb with a 6.5 out of 10, which isn't terrible.
Yeah.
And Google with a 77%. Do we think it busted?
No.
Yes.
No, it didn't.
Damn it.
They did not.
They never bust. It's Nicholas Sparks. He prints money.
He does. The box office was $99.4 million, and the budget was $25.
Damn.
It made 4 times its budget.
Not to mention all the book sales, too.
Yeah.
Dude is rich as fuck.
And probably lives in North Carolina.
Something like that.
All right. So let's get to flipping it on.
Okay.
Would you flip it on, Tim?
No.
No?
I can't say I hated this movie. It just didn't feel right to me. It was trying to be a couple different things, and I don't know. Like I said earlier, a lot of stuff just felt somewhat forced, or just like I don't know. It just didn't feel right. And I get what they were doing with the movie. I get it, and I don't think anybody was necessarily terrible, but I think Rihanna and I agreed that like the people that were in the roles just weren't settling in. There wasn't great chemistry between them. Almost like everybody was kind of uncomfortable doing it. Minus like Ellie and Ben, and the grandpa. That's but yeah, that's a flip it off for me.
I feel ya. I'm also gonna flip it off. Like, if you want a romance, there are better romances out there, like Swept Away. Sorry, had to throw a plug in for that one. See, like episode 5 of Flipper Flicks or something like that. Season 1, of course. No, but like if you need a Nicholas Sparks romance, go with the Notebook. I'll admit it. Go with that one. I felt like their chemistry made sense. I think they ended up dating after that movie. They hated each other. Rachel McAdams and Ryan Gosling hated each other during it, but ended up dating afterwards. Nonetheless, if you really need a good, probably my favorite romance, not rom-com, romance, watch About Time. Mm-hmm. It's a sci-fi romance. Oh
yeah, I should have picked that one. That would actually probably be good with Tim. One of these days.
One of these days, Sam. But did Nicholas Sparks do that movie? No.
No, that's why it's good.
Damn.
Shots fired.
Girl. Are you going to flip it on?
No. And that was kind of, I don't know. That was kind of rude because I did read all the books. And I remember enjoying this book. So I feel like.
She read the book. Jot that down, Tim. Remember, Sam read this book.
In high school. Yes. I read a lot of his books in high school. And I remember enjoying all of them. But they do follow a formula. But anywho. I would agree. I think there's better romances outside of Nicholas Sparks movies. We'll start there. But if you're going to do a Nicholas Sparks movie, there's there's levels of which ones are not quite so crazy.
He's gone downhill.
Or predictable, for lack of a better word. And The Notebook, I think, is just better. Like, it's top tier. And then, yeah, I mean, I think there's just, like, better romances. And it's not, I don't know, it's not like it was terrible, like, Swept Away, right? It's just that it was not worth the time, you know? Like, you're kind of just, like, there's gotta be some other better romance on TV at the same time. If that makes sense. Yeah. That you should flip on instead. Yeah, you have other options. Which kind of made me sad because, like, they work at a dog kennel, and I thought that was going to be, like, a fun, cool, like, I don't know, that doesn't happen a lot in rom stories.
Right. And they'll probably give us all some bonus points seeing all the pups.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
why didn't we have a pup scene?
I don't know. And my last thing on Zac Efron that I forgot. Apparently he's Charlie Kelly's next door neighbor. Or something. And when Charlie first moved into his house, he gave like Charlie a gift basket or something.
He's Charlie Kelly's?
Oh my god, Charlie Kelly. Damn it. If he's Charlie Kelly's neighbor, that would be funny.
You know something about the new season that we don't know.
Yeah. No, Charlie Day's. I'm tired. Yeah, Charlie Day's neighbor is Zac Efron. I learned that from the Hot Ones. I'm lazy.
Nice.
Which, Tim, have you seen that one with Charlie?
You talking about the Hot Ones, the YouTube thing?
Yeah.
I don't think I've watched the one with Charlie, no.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he talks about how Zac Efron's his neighbor in that.
Huh.
Anyways, moving on to episode numero 4. We flipped it on. We did not flip it on, actually.
Yeah, we flipped it off.
We flipped it off, all of us. Mm-hmm. Turned that off. And we did the cast. I'm just throwing some check marks here because you don't want to forget anything. So we're going to spin it. Ah, there we go. Kind of spinning it. But I don't know. Sam, what did Tim get this next week?
What did I get?
Hangman.
You got Hangman. Nice. So
we have to decide on the amount of letters we're giving him?
Yeah. And then Tim is going to have to pick a movie with that many letters.
Oh, boy.
I was thinking like a low amount of letters.
Okay.
What are you thinking?
What's considered low? Like less than 10?
Less than 5.
Less than 5?
Oh,
damn.
That's a lot.
I feel like 4 is a good amount of
4?
like one word. You know what I mean?
Movie names?
3 is like
Pig.
Gonna be hard. I think 4
Air.
You could have some stuff.
All right. We want to go with 4?
Yeah.
All right, Tim, you got to find a movie with 4 letters in it.
Good luck.
Oh, boy.
All right, so catch us next week. Tim's definitely going to find this in about 5 minutes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. We're going to just walk off in the distance, and you'll see her profile with her dog.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to last about 100 minutes.
Yep.
And, yeah. So, bye now.